I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Numbers, chapter 35, so let's focus on verses 33 and 34. Do not defile the land where you are, for bloodshed defiles the land, and there can be no atonement for the land because of the blood that is shed on it, except by the blood of the person who shed it. Do not make the land unclean where you live and where I reside, for I, the Lord, reside among the Israelites. Following the institution and the instruction concerning cities of refuge, the Lord completed the thought by stating that murder is more than a sin against humanity or himself. Murder is also a sin against the land. Now, in the book of Genesis, the Lord told Cain, he knew about Abel's murder because his blood cried out from the ground. Consider this in Genesis 4, verses 10 through 12. And then God said, "What have you done? Your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. So now you are cursed with alienation from the ground that has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood that you have shed. If you work the land, it will never again give you its yield, and you will be a restless wanderer on the earth." The Bible tells of a Sabbath rest for the land every seventh year. Leviticus chapter 25, verse 4. But there will be a Sabbath of complete rest for the land in the seventh year, a Sabbath to the Lord. You are not to sow in your field or prune your vineyard. Furthermore, the Lord tells Israel that one reason that he expelled them from the land during the exile of his people was to give the land Sabbath rests that Israel had denied it. 2 Chronicles chapter 26, verse 31. This fulfilled the word of the Lord through Jeremiah, and the land enjoyed its Sabbath rest all the days of the desolation until 70 years were fulfilled. So why is there such an intimate link between mankind and the land? Well, perhaps it's because Adam came from the ground. Literally, God breathed dust. Either way, ever since the fall of man, creation has been groaning. Our sin has ripple effects that we may never understand completely. And in many ways, our environment is groaning from the way that people who came before us have mismanaged it and how we are mismanaging it ourselves. And inversely, our faithful commitment to the Messiah, Jesus, has positive ripple effects, not just on ourselves, not with our relationship with one another or with the Lord, but even on the land. When we follow Jesus as he commands, we may never fully realize our long-term positive kingdom impact, but we should continue to follow him faithfully. And while the world does not revolve around us individually, our personal righteousness or lack thereof leaves a mark wherever we go. And your impact on the world can be very profound, both positively or negatively. And isn't it interesting how Jesus' righteous blood fell to the ground, atoning for our sin, including our sins that perhaps affect the land? And I look forward to the day when sin-stained earth passes away and the new Jerusalem descends from heaven. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Check us out at groundworksministries.com.